Hello guys! Welcome back to our channel where we share with you the most interesting stories from around the world. We bring you the most intriguing true stories from various sources that will keep you engaged. So make sure to subscribe and leave a comment down below after watching this video. Before we start, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss any of our videos. You can also leave us a comment down below with your thoughts about the video or any topic you would like us to cover in one of our future videos. Today's story is quite shocking and it will definitely raise some eyebrows. The story we're going to be sharing with you today is called Cheating Wife. A husband had always suspected his wife was cheating on him, but he never had any proof until one day when he came home early from work and caught them red-handed. He couldn't believe what he was seeing. His wife and his best friend were in a compromising position. To say he was angry is an understatement. But instead of confronting them, he decided to play along and see where it would lead. Little did he know it would lead to a shocking discovery. Mark and Sarah were the picture-perfect couple. They had been married for 5 years and everyone who knew them envied their relationship. Mark was a successful businessman and Sarah was a beautiful stay-at-home mom. They had 2 kids together and lived in a nice house in the suburbs. But behind closed doors, things were not as perfect as they seemed. Mark had always suspected that his wife was cheating on him, but he never had any concrete evidence. Sarah, on the other hand, was leading a double life. She was cheating on her husband with a married man named David, who was also her best friend's husband. They had been having an affair for months, and Sarah thought she could get away with it forever. But she was wrong. One day, Mark came home early from work and caught them red-handed. He couldn't believe what he was seeing. His wife and his best friend were in a compromising position. To say he was angry is an understatement. But instead of confronting them, he decided to play along and see where it would lead. Little did he know it would lead to a shocking discovery. Mark decided to pretend he didn't see anything. He left the house quietly and went to a nearby bar to think things through. He was angry, betrayed, and confused. He couldn't understand why his wife would cheat on him with her best friend's husband. He thought his marriage was strong, and he had no idea there was trouble in paradise. As he sat there drinking his sorrows away, he couldn't help but feel sorry for himself. He was a successful businessman with a beautiful wife and kids. What more could he ask for? And yet he had it all. He had been a fool to ignore the signs. Sarah had been cheating on him for months, and he had been oblivious to it all. He felt like he had been living a lie, and he couldn't help but wonder how long it had been going on for. The next day, Mark confronted his wife. He wanted answers, and he wanted them now. Sarah was shocked. She had thought she could hide her affair forever, but Mark had caught her red-handed. She tried to deny it, but Mark wasn't having it. He knew what he had seen, and he demanded the truth. Sarah broke down and confessed everything. She told him about her affair with David and how it had been going on for months. She was hoping for forgiveness, but Mark wasn't ready to give it. He was angry, hurt, and betrayed. He couldn't believe that his wife, the woman he loved and trusted, would cheat on him with another man. He felt like his whole world had been turned upside down. Mark decided to confront David as well. He wanted answers, and he wanted them now. David was shocked. He had thought he could hide his affair with Sarah forever, but Mark had found out. He tried to deny it, but Mark wasn't having it. He knew what he had seen, and he demanded the truth. David broke down and confessed everything. He told Mark about his affair with Sarah and how it had been going on for months. He was hoping for forgiveness, but Mark wasn't ready to give it. He was angry, hurt, and betrayed. He couldn't believe that his best friend, the man he trusted, would cheat on him with his wife. He felt like his whole world had been turned upside down. Mark decided to move on from the cheating wife and his cheating best friend. He didn't want to waste any more time on people who had betrayed him. He knew he deserved better, and he was determined to find it. He started going to therapy to help him process his emotions and move on from the betrayal. He also started spending more time with his kids. He knew that they were the most important thing in his life and he wanted to focus on them. Mark was determined to make a fresh start. He started taking care of himself more, eating healthier, working out, and getting more sleep. He knew that he needed to be at his best for himself and for his kids. One day, Mark met someone who changed his life. Her name was Emma, and she was beautiful, intelligent, and kind. Mark was immediately drawn to her, and they started dating. Mark was falling in love again, and it was terrifying. He had been hurt so badly by his wife and his best friend that he didn't think he could trust anyone again. But Emma was different. She was honest, open, and vulnerable. And Mark found himself opening up to her in ways he had never opened up to anyone before. Emma was everything that Mark had been looking for. She was beautiful, intelligent, and kind. And she made him laugh like no other woman ever had. Mark was falling in love again, and it was terrifying. He had been hurt so badly by his wife and his best friend that he didn't think he could trust anyone again. But Emma was different. She was honest, open, and vulnerable. And Mark found himself opening up to her in ways he had never opened up to anyone before. Mark decided to propose to Emma. He knew that she was the one for him and he couldn't imagine his life without her. He planned a romantic proposal, and when Emma said yes, he was over the moon. Mark and Emma got married in a beautiful ceremony. It was a small, intimate affair with only their closest friends and family in attendance. Mark knew that he had found the love of his life and he couldn't wait to spend the rest of his life with Emma. After the wedding, Mark and Emma moved into a new house together. It was a beautiful home with a lot of space for their kids to run around. Mark knew that he had finally found the happily ever after he had been looking for. He had a loving wife, beautiful kids, and a successful business. What more could he ask for? The end. We hope you enjoyed the story. If you did, don't forget to leave us a comment down below with your thoughts about it. Please like and share if you like similar content. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss any of our videos. We appreciate your support and we'll see you in the next one. Now let's move on to the next video. Next video, a Good Samaritan returned $20 to a cashier after she saw something shocking. Linda was a dedicated employee who had been working as a cashier at the local grocery store for over 20 years. During that time, she had seen it all, from customers with overflowing carts to those who were just picking up a few items. But one day she witnessed something that made her blood boil. It was a busy Saturday afternoon and the store was bustling with customers. Linda was working the express lane and had just finished checking out a customer when she noticed a man behaving suspiciously. He had been standing near the electronics aisle for several minutes without purchasing anything. Linda watched as he approached her checkout lane with a pair of headphones in his hand. She scanned the headphones and the man paid for them with a $100 bill. When Linda handed him the change, she noticed something peculiar. He had given her a $20 tip. Linda was taken aback and she looked at the man in disbelief. She knew that he wasn't being sincere with his tip and that he was trying to scam the store. With a quick glance at the security cameras, Linda knew that she had to act fast. She immediately apologized to the man for the mistake and told him that she needed to check the amount in the computer. While he waited patiently, Linda quickly contacted the store manager and informed him about the situation. When the manager arrived at the scene, he was shocked to hear about the fake tip. Together, they devised a plan to catch the scammer. As the man impatiently waited for his change, Linda and the manager discreetly contacted the police. In a matter of minutes, the store was filled with police officers and the man was nowhere to be found. With the help of the security footage, the police were able to identify the man as a notorious scammer who had been targeting stores across the city. They had been searching for him for weeks, but Linda's quick thinking and vigilance led to his capture. News of Linda's bravery spread like wildfire, and she was hailed as a hero by the store management and the police. She had saved the store thousands of dollars and prevented a dangerous criminal from escaping justice. From that day forward, Linda became known as the store's top cashier, and her name was entered into the company's Hall of Fame for her outstanding service and bravery. The store management increased her salary and gave her a bonus for her quick thinking. But for Linda, the reward was more than just financial. It was the knowledge that she had done her job well and made a positive impact on her community.